YouTube, what it do? It's your boy TWV checking in for episode 39 of 40 years of Wrestlemania with TWV. We are in the second to last episode of the series, and man, it has been a journey watching every single WrestleMania from March 8th until today. I'm kind of sad that the journey is today. Just gonna give you a kind of a heads up of tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a 2-part series finale with one episode actually starting today and one episode tomorrow while I am on the way to Vegas. It will be a vlog of me going to WrestleMania 40 last year and just my POV of the event. So there will not be a match recap tonight or tomorrow. It will be broken down between 2 days of 2 full-length vlogs as just a special treat to anybody that has been here through the entirety of the series, and for me to get my WrestleMania 40 content up onto YouTube a year late, but nonetheless. But with that being said, let's get into the recap of WrestleMania 39. So WrestleMania 39 was its 39th annual WrestleMania, and it took 2 nights on Saturday, April 1st and April 2nd of 2023 at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. And man, this was one of the best WrestleManias ever. Like, just a backstory on this WrestleMania. Like, this WrestleMania is right after I moved out of my parents' house. So this will always be a memorable WrestleMania for me because I end up going back to my parents' house for that weekend and throwing a WrestleMania party with some of my closest friends, my family, and it was one of those nights that I'll remember for the rest of my life. Like I tell my dad about it all the time. Like, one of my favorite moments just with me and him was just me, him, my nephew, my sister, and my homies watching the main event that Sunday, which was the Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns match. And it was a house divided. Me and my nephew were going for Cody Rhodes, and the rest of the house wanted Roman Reigns to win. And man, not to spoil the main event, but when Roman did retain, I was in there pissed. My nephew was in there pissed, and the whole house was laughing at us like, your boy lost. Like, man, it was just one of those things that, man, I always remember and I always enjoy. Like, and this is why I love professional wrestling. Like, professional wrestling even had somebody like my sister who never watches wrestling, but she kind of knows the names like the Hardys, John Cena, things like that. That match had her locked in for the entirety. Like, she was in it, like she was I say this all the time. The magic of pro wrestling had took over. Like, even if you didn't know anything about wrestling in that moment, you became a fan and everybody was tuned in and locked in. So WrestleMania 39 will always be a special WrestleMania for me. Just along with 40 because I physically went there, and it is along with 41 this year because I'll physically be there. But these 3 back to back are gonna mean a lot to me in my life outside of WrestleMania 23 as my all-time favorite. But let's get into the review of the matches that I did enjoy. The first match that I did enjoy was the Street Profits versus Braun Strowman and Ricochet, Alpha Academy, which was Chad Gable and Otis, and the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar. They were in a fatal 4-way tag team match. It was a men's WrestleMania showcase match, and it was a lot of fun, man. It was 8.5 minutes, but man, they were flying around. Montez Ford was diving out of the ring. Ricochet did a shooting star press on everybody between the outside of the ring and the announce table. Like, the precision that it took for him to pull that off perfectly was amazing. Like, it was so dope to see. This was Ricochet's last WrestleMania because he wasn't on WrestleMania 40, but he ended up leaving to go to AEW after WrestleMania 40, but this was his last WrestleMania that he appeared on. But man, it was a great match, fun match, way to, basically kick off the night right after the Austin Theory and John Cena match. I did not like the Austin Theory John Cena match because Cena didn't really lock in for this match. It was the opening match of WrestleMania 39. I was hyped because I got to see John Cena, but the match overall, Cena wasn't locked in, so I really didn't enjoy it. But we're not going to talk about that match. We're talking about this match. This match was really great. 3.5 star, but like I told you, I'm not a fan of multi-tag matches unless it's like TLC or ladder match, but this is a really great match and fun match, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So with that being said, let's get to the next one. The next match that I thoroughly enjoyed was Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul in a singles match. And man, this was some extremely great graps, man. It clocked in right in at 16.5 minutes, and man, this is one of those moments where I say Logan Paul is an amazing wrestler inside the ring. I do not care for what he does outside of the ring. Once he walks through that curtain onto that entrance ramp and down to the square circle, that's when I care about him, and that's when he makes it work, because he has it all in the ring. And he was, like I say it all the time, you're in there with a great dancing partner. Seth Rollins can make anybody look great. He can make a broomstick look great. And they went out there and they did the dance, man. And it was funny because Speed was involved. Speed was underneath the Prime bottle, and he was trying to hold on to Seth Rollins while he was laying on the table. And then Seth Rollins pulled Speed onto the table, and Logan Paul frog splash Speed through the announce table. But man, it was a great match, man. I enjoyed everything about it. Seth Rollins did win, hit Logan Paul with the stomp. 1, 2, 3. There goes your match. And that was that. So with that being said, let's get to the next one. I love this match just for the entrances alone, and it was Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio in a singles match. And this match was really good. It wasn't great. I'll give it 3 stars. Dom was still raw and still finding his groove in the WWE system. Now Dominic Mysterio is a complete package, total package wrestler. Back then he was still raw, still trying to find his footing. And of course, who better to have as a dancing partner in your first singles WrestleMania match than your dad, who could basically walk you through this blindfolded and with his arms behind his back, because Rey Mysterio is such a legend. Rey Mysterio did go into the Hall of Fame that weekend as well. So it was cool to see. Definitely deserved it. With all the Rey Mysterio's accolades, he's one of the greatest luchadors ever. Especially, he is the greatest luchador in WWE history. But man, this was a great match. Like, Dom came out like they had a prison escort, and he came out the prison van, and it was tough. He, threw the mask on in his entrance, just as a joke to Lucha Libre and his dad. And Rey Mysterio pulled up with Snoop Dogg and hopped out the lowrider. Like, both of their entrances was fire. Rey Mysterio's custom mask was fire. Like, Rey Mysterio's WrestleMania gear is always top tier. Like, that, Rey Mysterio be putting that shit on for his WrestleMania gear. But this match was fairly decent. I'll give it 3 stars, 3.5. It wasn't the greatest of grabs, but it was Rey Mysterio, so I got to get a legend as dude. Dom, like I said, was still raw and was learning the ropes. So it was a decent match to me. I enjoyed it. So with that being said, let's get to the next one. The next match that I thoroughly enjoyed was Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. Rhea Ripley had won Elimination Chamber this year and went on to choose Charlotte Flair because in the next night, Bianca Belair had won the Royal Rumble, and she went on to face Auska. But man, this was possibly, and it's a hard possibly, was the best match of WrestleMania weekend, because it's a match right after this that I think that one upped it just a little bit more. But Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair went out there and they put on the performance of a lifetime. This easily, in my opinion, is Charlotte Flair's best match. Subjectively, this is Rhea Ripley's best match right now, because the triple threat match this weekend made catapulted that match over this. But for singles matches, this is Rhea Ripley's best singles match. Like, she went out there, she pulled out all the stops. She had an incredible match. Like, man, this is definitely a solid 4-star. I don't know what could have made it a 5-star, which is hard. Like, I loved everything about this match. Like, this match hits in a lot of people's top 10s of 2023. I wasn't doing top 10s back then, so I don't even remember how I watched so much wrestling that year. But it definitely was in my top 15. But it was a really great match. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you have 24 minutes, I'd say go tap in and watch it. I'm pro women's wrestling to the end all be all. So I'm definitely going to plant my flag on this match being amazing. So with that being said, let's get to the next one. The next match that I thoroughly enjoyed was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos, Jey and Jimmy Uso, for the undisputed WWE tag team matches. And this was a certified banger, and it may get the TWV 5-star. It may. Like, Rhea and Charlotte could have got it. I don't know what was missing that I couldn't give it the 5-star, but it was it was either 1B on best match of the night, and this match is 1A. But man, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, like I said, are wrestling soulmates, and when they're on the same team, oh my goodness, like, it's like Braun and D Wade. Like, them guys went crazy, and the Usos is like Kobe and Shaq. Like, the Usos is one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Like, they're up there. Like, I gotta go Hardy's, New Day, the Usos, Edge and Christian, Rated RKO. Those are my top 5 tag teams of all time, in my opinion. But man, the Usos went out there and, they were dropping the belts this night. So Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn did beat them, but this was a 25-minute masterpiece, man. They went out there and had a banger. And they all were all in unison. They all were on the same page. They had the main event spot, and I think this was the first time a tag team match main event at WrestleMania. They circled back around and main evented not the Usos, but a tag team match main evented the next year as well. But man, this was magical, man. They went out there and they had an amazing match. If you have 25 minutes, go watch it. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn broke the undisputed streak of the Usos. I think they had it a little bit shorter than Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns had his belt 16-13. I think they had theirs, I want to say, like maybe 13 something or maybe like 12 something. They had an extremely long reign and they were smashing everybody, few and far in between. But this match was a certified TWV 5-star. So I recommend you go watch it. So with that being said, let's get into the next one. I stand corrected. The next match is easily the best triple threat match of all time and the best match from WrestleMania 39. Gunther was in a triple threat match between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. And oh my, this match was generational. Like, this was Gunther's best match, and then he one-upped himself the next WrestleMania against Sami Zayn, because that was an amazing match too. But for triple threats, this has to go down as the best triple threat of all time. Like, they were just in there beating the piss out of each other. Chops, slaps, hard-hitting lariats. Man, they were going at it, and the ending was so tough. Like, Drew McIntyre, Claymore, Sheamus, and then Gunther picked up Drew McIntyre and powerbombed him on his Sheamus. I may be getting who got hit with the powerbomb wrong, but this was the ending of the match. It was so fire. 1, 2, 3. Gunther is still your Intercontinental Champion. This, if you have 17 minutes, tap in. This is easily making my WrestleMania list. This may be top 10 like right now before I even start calculating the list in my mind. Like, this match was amazing. It was amazing. It was a 5-star. It was a 7-star in the Tokyo Dome, if you know. But man, this was generational. With that being said, let's get to the next one. The next match that I thoroughly enjoyed was Bianca Belair versus Auska for the Raw Women's Championship. This match clocked in about 16 minutes. This was not better than Bianca Belair's match two years previously versus Sasha Banks, but it was a little bit better than the match against Becky Lynch, even though that was a really great match as well. Auska Auska has that aura about her that she was just maybe the second best dancing partner Bianca Belair has had up until this point on a WrestleMania stage until this year, when she has two extremely incredible dancing partners, and I know they'll make magic and steal the show. But just on this match, man, Auska was in there trying to, work her submissions, work her holds, and Bianca Belair worked through and showed her resilience. And man, when she hit that KOD and that crowd popped for that 1, 2, 3, and we had a new Raw Women's Champ, it was amazing. And I loved everything about it. Bianca Belair is a generational talent. Right now, she sits at 4-0 at WrestleMania, possibly 5-0. I seen a thing on Twitter where they said Bianca should win so she could keep her WrestleMania streak alive for a little while. Of course, it'll never touch Undertaker's, but for women, she may have the best streak ever. Who knows how long that's going to go. But this match was definitely great as well. Definitely a 4-star. It was some real great grabs. Like, y'all, I'm going to say it again. Y'all know I'm team pro women's wrestling through and through. So with that being said, let's get to the next one. The next match that I thoroughly enjoyed on this WrestleMania was Edge versus Finn Balor in a Hell in a Cell match. This match was crazy. Finn had to get 16, 17 staples after this match because he got hit with a ladder, or he got hit with the toolbox right on the dome and it busted him open. But he continued to work the match, man, and it was a great match. Like, this was the last Hell in a Cell out of WrestleMania so far. Like, it's not going to be no stipulations for it this year. It wasn't one last year. None of the feuds right now the last 2 years did call for it, but this one did. I don't know if it really called for it, but it's Edge, and Edge likes Hell in a Cell matches, so he kind of called for it. But man, this was a great match. I personally felt like Finn Balor should have won and won the feud. Edge did go over. Edge did say recently that he wanted Finn to go over, and I think Vince was the one that kind of was like, nah, you go over, something like that, some backstage thing. But it was an amazing match. Definitely a 4-star. If you got 19 minutes, go tap into it. It was really fun, entertaining. Edge is the ultimate professional, so he kept Finn safe after he bust his head open. Finn is just a demon, so he went in there and didn't care at all. He still went and gave it his all. They had ladder spots, you know, the steel steps, the whole shebang. If you like a match with a stip, this is for you. And with that being said, let's get into the main event of WrestleMania 39. So this main event in this match, oh my goodness, pissed me off so bad because I was waving the Cody Rhodes flag heavy when he came back. When he won that Royal Rumble and he said he was facing Roman, I was locked in. I'm like, oh yeah, he's winning at Mania. I was telling everybody I bought all the Cody Rhodes merch. I had the Rhodes, the WrestleMania shirt in red, white, and blue. I had the joint in black and gold. It's still in my closet right now. I almost put it on today. Like, I was waving that Cody Rhodes flag because Cody Rhodes was my John Cena. You know, John Cena got his ass kicked the night before, and you know he's a super part timer. I was like, man, I gotta find a new GOAT. And Cody Rhodes came back from AEW and from at WrestleMania 38, and I rode the wave all the way to 39. And man, this match was a masterclass of professional wrestling. And man, the ending pissed me off because of course Cody Rhodes lost. Solo Sikoa slid in the ring and hit Cody Rhodes with the Samoan Spike. Roman speared on 1, 2, 3. And still your Universal Champion was Roman Reigns. But it led to something bigger at WrestleMania 40. And I was live there to see it. So that meant the world to me. And it was amazing. And this match, like I said, this match captured the essence of professional wrestling. Like I said in the intro, I threw a party. I moved out back in February. I came back to my parents' house, threw a party. My childhood best friend that lived next door, my cousins pulled up, a bunch of my other homies pulled up. We had maybe like 10, 12 people. My sister came from upstairs in her room and watched it. My dad was in the kitchen commentating in our kitchen. We have a little window seal that you can see through, so he's commentating in the back. It was so much fun, man. It was so much fun, man. The pictures will be spread out like here and here. I only got so many pictures, but man, I loved everything about this match. Even though I did not get the result I wanted, it built the storyline for something bigger and better and greater. With Cody Rhodes winning the Royal Rumble again in 2024, he is one of 3 people to win it back to back. I think it is Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, and Cody Rhodes are the only 3, and that led to the magical We Want Cody movement because The Rocket came back and stole the main event from him, and then everybody got on Twitter and they gave the main event back, and Rock turned heel, and then we got that crazy road to WrestleMania last year with The Rock becoming the final boss and, you know, going to the dark side, aligning with Roman Reigns, the whole shebang. That's how we get the tag team match at WrestleMania 40 night 1. Then we get the Bloodline Rules match at WrestleMania 40 night 2. Yeah, man, this match redefined professional wrestling in an insane way. And at the time I was pissed that Cody lost, but now 2 years later, this was the right decision to build to last year's WrestleMania, to build to this year's WrestleMania, because now Cody Rhodes has literally held the belt for a year. Now he's going up against a heel John Cena Sunday, and who knows if The Rock shows up. I've been seeing things with Seth Rollins could be joining them, and it's about to get crazy on the way to Vegas. But this match was a 5-star. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a main event junkie a little bit. When Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes go on that ring, they make wrestling magic. Like their chemistry is off the charts. Especially Roman and Seth too. Punk and Seth too. I'm just speaking about WrestleMania 41 matches now. That triple threat on Saturday is going to be amazing because all 3 of them have insane chemistry in their own aspects, and if we put them together, I feel like it would be magical. But with that being said, it's your boy TWV checking in and checking out. Part 1 of the series finale will be tonight. Part 2 will be posted tomorrow morning when I'm on the way to Vegas. And after that, all content will be coming from beautiful Las Vegas. So I'll catch you in Vegas. Peace.